If you've ever sat in front of your TV and thought, this sounds terrible, you're not alone. As TVs got thinner and a lot more beautiful, their sound has gotten a lot worse. Physics is cruel that way because there's just no room in a sleek panel for speakers that can do justice to your favorite movies and music. Today's TVs are certainly engineering marvels, but their speakers are almost sort of an afterthought. They're really small, they fire sideways or downward, and they can't move enough air to give you any real bass or any real dynamics or any real sense of space that a movie or piece of music was recorded in. Now, this makes dialogue pretty hard to follow, and it makes action sequences really thin, and music usually just sounds flat. Well, if you've been putting up with your TV speakers, you already know all of this. But the good news is, even a modest upgrade makes an enormous difference, and there are some really good options today than there ever were before. So let's walk through them and figure out which path makes the most sense for you. And let's start with one of the first and easiest options out there, a soundbar. These typically sit right below your TV and replace your TV's built-in speakers with something dramatically better because they offer more drivers and a lot more power, and in most cases, they even have a separate wireless subwoofer that you can pair with them to handle the bass. Now, many systems also include wireless rear speakers, so you can even get real surround sound experiences without running a single wire through your room, which is really cool and easy to set up and awesome if you want to just get going right away. Now, plus, most soundbars today also support Dolby Atmos, which means they can process the latest surround sound formats. Even some of them also have upward firing drivers built in to bounce height effects right off your ceiling and back down to you. And some of the better model soundbars out there include room calibration, where the soundbar plays test tones, a microphone then measures how your room responds, and the system will adjust itself accordingly, all automatically. It's gotten remarkably easy to do, and it makes a pretty big difference in how they sound in your room. So, switching from your TV speakers to a soundbar will make a massive difference. You get a lot better bass, you get cleaner dialogue, and a much wider sense of sound. And for a lot of people, that will be the perfect solution. And where soundbars really shine and make the most sense, most of all, is if you want simplicity. Not everyone wants to think about speaker placement or component matching. If you want to press one button and have great sound without any fuss involved in it, a soundbar is designed exactly for that. Setup usually only takes like 20 minutes tops, and with wireless rears and a wireless sub, there's almost no wiring to deal with. You don't have to run them all across your room. You just plug them into the wall and you're ready to go. Plus, some rooms just aren't built for a full entire system. If you're living in an apartment or a small living space or a bedroom, a soundbar might be the most practical option. Now, a soundbar can run anywhere from about $400 all the way up to thousands of dollars for some pretty good ones, depending on how big of a room you want to fill and how much engineering you want inside of it. Now, building a separate system is almost always going to be a bigger investment unless you're getting a super high-end soundbar. So if you're not ready for that kind of investment, a quality soundbar is a great place to start. Now, we carry all the top brands here at Audio Advice, and we have videos of our favorite options at different price points that I will link all down below to help you get started. Plus, when you purchase from Audio Advice, you'll get all of our videos on how to set up a soundbar and how to make sure you're getting the very most from it, and our team of experts are ready to answer any questions that you might have. All right, now next, I want to talk about what a separate home theater system really gives you. A separate system means a home theater receiver and a carefully chosen set of speakers working together. Now, typically you're looking at left and right front speakers as the foundation of your sound, and then a center channel that carries most of the dialogue and a lot of the on-screen action. And then you can also get a pair of surround speakers placed to the sides or behind you, and then you can also get a subwoofer to carry the bass. Now, a receiver in this system is the brain of all of it. It processes the audio from all of your sources, handles your HDMI inputs, powers your speakers, and in most good modern receivers, it also runs sophisticated room correction software to tune everything to your specific space. Now, this is exactly what movies were actually mixed for. When a director and a sound mixer work on film's audio, they're building it for a system with speakers that are in front of you, to the sides of you, behind you, and even overhead of you. A separate system lets you experience that in the way that these directors and these sound mixers were intending you to hear it. Now, dialogue clarity is one of the biggest differences that a lot of people notice right away. A soundbar has to pack all of its drivers into a slim, discrete cabinet, which means those drivers are usually pretty small. A dedicated center channel has a real woofer and tweeter designed specifically to reproduce the human voice with complete clarity. Now, in addition, music is also a completely different experience too, since these drivers are much bigger. And one of the great things about a receiver-based system is that it is modular. You can start with a receiver, front speakers, and maybe a center channel, and then down the line you could add a subwoofer or surrounds and eventually add ceiling speakers for a full Dolby Atmos experience. So you can build it over time or as your budget or enthusiasm allows. You don't have to do it all at once. Now, if what I just described about a separate home theater system really does appeal to you, but the full surround setup feels like maybe more than what you need right now, or if music is your first love and movies are maybe secondary, there is a middle path here that might fit you best. Today, there are some outstanding powered speakers, meaning that the amplifier is built right into the cabinet and you can connect to your TV through the same HDMI connection that a soundbar would use. So there's no need for a receiver, and sonically, you're in a completely different league than almost any soundbar out there today. Brands like Kef, Klipsch, and Focal, and many others make really good powered speaker systems that are remarkable for what you get for the money. The music performance from a great pair of powered speakers with a quality subwoofer can match, and in some cases even surpass what you'd get from a separate receiver and speakers. The best ones are really that good. Now for TV watching, you'll have outstanding sound and excellent dialogue clarity from real speakers. Although what you do give up is full surround sound. There's usually no rear speakers or no overhead Atmos speakers when you go the powered speaker route. So if movie immersion is your primary goal, the full home theater system is still your best answer. But if you love music first and you want your TV sound to be fantastic and a really clean, minimal setup, this approach is absolutely worth some serious consideration. Now next, we know a lot of people might already own a soundbar, and you might be wondering if it's time to upgrade beyond that. Well, this is one of the questions that we hear most often here at Audio Advice, and I love it because it means that you already know what better sound can really do for you. So if you've already gone from TV speakers to a soundbar, you've already heard the difference that a real audio upgrade makes. The jump from a good soundbar to a well set up home theater system, or even to a great pair of powered speakers, is at least as dramatic as that first upgrade, and in most cases it's even more dramatic. Now before we move on, I do want to say that at the very high end, some premium soundbars do a surprisingly good job with music too. If music quality really matters to you and you're committed to staying with a soundbar, spending more gets you a lot better result. But they still can't give you that true stereo separation most of the times, in the sense of musicians spread out in their own space in front of you, because that requires two speakers physically placed apart in your room. No amount of processing really fully substitutes for that. So the honest answer here is, if you have a room where you can place speakers and you care about the experience of watching movies and to listening to music, you will not regret making the move. Now, the soundbar was a really great first step, but once you hear what a proper setup of speakers can do, it's really hard to go back. Now finally, let's cover a few practical things before you make the final decision of what you want to go with here. The room size does matter. Separate home theater systems really shine in rooms that give you a space to place your speakers properly. For medium to large rooms, or anything over 200 to 250 square feet, a separate system will almost always sound better. Smaller rooms, though, might actually be better served by a soundbar. And as for powered stereo speakers, it really just depends on the model. Some are quite compact and perfect for a smaller space, while others are substantial speakers that can fill a really large room just beautifully. That's part of what makes them such a flexible option. Now, in addition, budget obviously matters too. You can put together a very solid entry-level home theater system with a receiver, front speaker, center channel, and even a subwoofer for almost under $2,000 nowadays. That's more than a mid-range soundbar, but the performance difference really does justify it. And in addition, of course, setup also matters here too. Getting the most out of your separate system means getting the speaker placement right and running the room correction properly. Now, we have videos on how to set every single thing up, and you can even use our free home theater design tool at audioadvice.com to make sure you're placing everything in the correct location. But if it's your first time, you can also keep in mind that this will require running speaker cables and placing speakers in the exact correct place around your room. So just keep that in mind. Now, overall, choosing between these options isn't always straightforward, and we've spent over 40 years helping people figure out exactly what's right for them. So whether you're deciding between a soundbar or a powered speaker system, or you're ready to build a full home theater and want to make sure you get it right the first time, our team is here to help you with all of it. When you purchase from Audio Advice, our experts provide real hands-on support to help you get the absolute best sound from your system. Now, if you have questions about any of this that I went over, what might work best in your room, or where to start with your budget, or what a particular system actually sounds like, you can reach out to us at audioadvice.com or just stop by any of our award-winning showrooms and we'd be happy to help you out. We just love talking about this stuff and we're always happy to help you find the best system for your room. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you don't miss out on any of our latest content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.